All right, Coming to America 2 is not as good as 1. Let me just put it out there. But it's kind of like with most sequels, like they're not as good, right? That is a great movie. The original was in my top 5. I'm talking about Coming to America 2. Yes, that movie is... All right, this is the movie that everybody is talking. You got to put it in perspective, right? So, Coming to America, the first one, was done during a time Eddie Murphy's greatness. He was coming off of those Beverly Hills Cops movies. This was in the era of the Golden Child. Not quite. Boomerang didn't come out till later in the 90s, but it was late 80s. So we're talking about 1988. This was somewhat of an original story being told, because we also had in 1988, that was the same era that we were seeing movies like Alex Haley Roots. It's up there in those great books. We was also seeing Shaka Zulu. We had seen, that African perspective that was not always in the best light. We had those Save the Children commercials, and a lot was going on in 1988 that was not, did not shade my people in the best light. But then you come with Coming to America, Eddie Murphy, multi-talented, coming off of that SNL skit with what he was doing Buck Week, to go from that to playing this prince, African royalty, with his picture on the money, you know what I'm saying? And having his own resources and his own mind to say, look, I don't want this, I want to go and try and find my way, and that strong masculine role being portrayed there. It was one of those great movies at a great time. That is a great movie. Then here it is, Coming to America 2. Now I know you talk about that a lot, but you gotta understand that it does not have a lot of special effects. The characters are not multidimensional. The brilliance of it is, instead of Eddie Murphy playing all the parts as he has done in many movies and he has proven that he can do, I love the fact that especially in Coming to America 2, he has incorporated all of these beautiful people, whether they're extras or main characters or whatever. And then on top of him using a lot of good people in his cast, he's also kept it true and through to those Eddie Murphy movies. He brought back a lot of the original characters from Coming to America. I like the idea of him having this sequel. Wasn't really keen on the fact that he had a son, and the son was by this Leslie Jones, who, shade tree on that, but I understand. I understand he was sowing his royal oats. But nonetheless, I still love this movie. I think it's not gonna go in my top 5. It's gonna go in there with like The Matrix 2. Like it's a part of the of that great movie. But it's not the same as Coming to America. It doesn't stand up to it, but respect due to the movie itself. Most people are mad because they had to wait so long for this movie. Like that's what I think people are mad about. Like we waited all this time for this. But I mean, shit, 1988, that child had to grow up and all that kind of stuff in order for this movie to be made. Only sequel that I would even say is good is like John Wick's. That whole trilogy is the bomb. That is a great movie. Follow-up sequels are not always good. You just can't get them right all the time.